This is Bald and Blind. I'm so excited for membership, but first things first, we said we were going to buy this cape as soon as we finished Dragon Slayer to mark the end of our free-to-play journey. I don't even know if this cape has any stats, but we don't have any capes, so let's get it. Okay, even better, it actually has some defensive stats. Nice. You see that cape world? That means we finished Dragon Slayer. So in the previous episode, we finished our last free-to-play quest, which was Dragon Slayer 1. And we also learned about all the free-to-play skills and got them all to level 15 at least. And to top it all off, we also completed 20 beginner clue scrolls without any guides or any help, of course. And some of you might have been wondering why I ended the previous episode going into the desert, and really it's because the entire time I was mining for iron and coal here and making steel bars to make the money to buy the rune sword, there was one man that was just teasing me the entire time. And that isn't the first time. Every time I see him, he teases me because he's just there, but you cannot talk to him without membership, which doesn't make any sense. There is no quest icon over here where he's standing, so it's not where you start a member's quest, but yet I still can't talk to him without membership, and it's just really annoying. I just need to know what secret he has. I need to know. So that's why I'm over here in the desert. I'm gonna talk to him now that I'm a member and see what he's hiding. This guy. Man. Let's see what secrets he has. What, can't you see I'm busy? Well, sorry. That's it? All he says is, what, can't you see I'm busy? And then we just apologize for interrupting him doing nothing. A well-dressed nobleman. Whatever. Okay, at least I'm not that curious anymore. Okay, that's a lie. I actually am probably even more curious now to know who the hell he is. So anyway, I think the best way to start Chapter 2 is the way that we started Chapter 1, not on Tutorial Island, in Lumbridge Castle. Because right here, so in my quests, I sorted them by difficulty, and there's novice quests and intermediate, experienced, master, grandmaster, and then special. And then for special, there's only one quest, which is in Lumbridge Castle. So I think I will start with that. For the first thing for Chapter 2, we'll start with this quest because I want to see what makes it so special. They all have difficulties except this one. It's a special difficulty, whatever that means. So let's talk to this cook and see what he needs this time. He was kind of an asshole last time after we helped him, so I don't know if I really want to help him again, but whatever. Our 23rd quest, Recipe for Disaster. The last time we helped this guy, he forgot the Duke's birthday and sent us scrambling for cake ingredients like it was our fault. Now he needs help again. Turns out his ancestor, Franazard Van Lumcook, cooked a legendary banquet for a high-profile meeting in Lumbridge Castle exactly 100 years ago. It was so good, the family scored a lifetime gig in the castle kitchen, which, frankly, explains why this cook still has a job. Tonight marks the 100th anniversary and he wants to recreate that historic meal, not just to honor his ancestor, but to finally prove he's more than a walking family privilege. Time to find out if the worst cook we know can finally earn his apron. I might have, but it's all very embarrassing. More embarrassing than you forgetting the Duke's birthday? Come on, it isn't. I don't even know when his birthday is. Okay, so we had us running around to get ingredients to bake a cake and it wasn't even the Duke's birthday? Okay, this guy's a moron. Why did you have me running around and finding ingredients for you then? Yeah, exactly. Tell him. I needed to test you and see if I could trust you. I'm curious. How exactly do you still have a job? Yes, please, tell me. I'm sorry, how do you mean? You're an idiot. It's surprising that you would still have employment as head cook of Lumbridge Castle given how obviously bad at your job you are. I'd have fired you by now if you worked for me. We already told the Duke to fire him and he didn't. You have the recipe, but you don't have any other ingredients and obviously you can't just go around and get them yourself, yeah. I have given you 100 coins to cover any expenses you may incur. Feel free to keep the change. 100 coins is the least you could give, buddy. We need an Eye of Newt, a Dirty Blast, a Rotten Tomato, and a Green Men's Ale. We already know where to get an Eye of Newt, so let's see, where do I get a Dirty Blast? Do you know how to make a Fruit Blast? No. They're a gnomic delicacy served at the Blurberry Bar. I need a fresh one. You can't just buy one from a shop or from your friends. Well, good thing we don't have any friends. So for the Dirty Blast, we need to make a Fruit Blast and add ashes to it. Sounds disgusting. But then for the Fruit Blast, we need pineapples, oranges, lemons, a cocktail shaker, put it in a glass, and add a slice of lemon. I don't know where to get any of these things. But he did mention something about it being a gnomic delicacy. And something about some guy named Blurberry. Let's see. Rotten Tomato. I hear they're sold for public spectacles. Prearranged combat, caught thieves on show, that sort of thing. Green Men's Ale. As the officially sponsored drink of Castle Wars, it might be worth looking around there. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Let's start with the Eye of Newt, since I already know where to get that. We got that from the magic shop at the port. What is going on here? Hold on, there's a new NPC here that was not here when we were not members. Is she new? It's a nice cape. Okay, so she has this cape that we can obtain if we finish every single achievement diary. So I'm guessing she wasn't added in a recent update, but that when we became a member, it added certain NPCs to all the areas that we've already searched through, which kind of sucks because our NPC list was complete for all the free-to-play areas. Basically. So now I need to look out for NPCs that might have been added ever since we got membership. That kind of sucks, but That's alright. Another new NPC, Olivia. Oh god. Our NPC list is kind of screwed now. We had 3 new NPCs in Draenor. Oh look, there's another one. Frizzy Skirnip. Alright, we got the Eye of Newt. So he said the rotten tomato is usually sold near public spectacles like people thieving or something about like combat challenges or whatever. So my first idea is to check the prison. Okay, so nothing here unfortunately, but let's check the food shop and see maybe he sells rotten tomatoes. I'd hope not. I would hope he just have regular, yeah, he has regular tomatoes. I don't know what he meant by public spectacles. Is there a place you can watch prisoners or something other than a jail? Can I search like jail? There's a jail here too. Let's check that jail. Nothing here either. What about under here? Prison, nothing. I don't know. There's no way I'm already stumped at the beginning of our first quest of membership. A rotten tomato. Also, all these other fruits. I don't know where to get. Blueberries. Not blueberries. Pineapples, lemons, oranges. Well, where do I get these things? Wait, I completed an easy task in the Falador area? What did I do? Browse Sarah's farm shop. Oh, I was just checking if she had rotten tomatoes. Now that we can complete some achievement diary stuff, we definitely need to start knocking some of these out. Not now though, I need to finish this quest first. You know what, let's forget about the rotten tomato for now. Let's try the fruit blast instead. He said they're a gnomic delicacy and he said I can't buy it from the Blurberry bar. So let's look for Gnome Stronghold, sure. Blurberry bar. Okay, there's a pub right here and right here, okay. 2 pubs at the Gnome Stronghold. Holy shit, that is so far. That is gonna take me 3 years to... So far away. Look, we're here. I'm gonna go all the way to here. Wow. Would this quest from the cook in Lumbridge Castle really send us all the way to this side of the world? I don't know. He said gnomic delicacy, he said Blurberry bar, so I'm hoping maybe this guy, Blurberry, can help us find the ingredients or tell us where to get all these different fruits or whatever, I don't know. We have a very long trek ahead of us, so I'm gonna bring some food and armor just in case. Honestly, I'm gonna be very tempted to search all of these towns that we're gonna pass through on the way there and add all these NPCs to our list, but I'm gonna avoid that temptation because then it will take me 5 business days to just get to the Gnome Stronghold. So I won't do that now. I think the way we'll go about adding NPCs to the list is maybe when we're in a certain town to do a quest there or because a quest requires us to go there, then we'll add those NPCs. Because otherwise I'll never get where I'm going. What? Whoa, there's a level 73, jeez. There are a ton of new NPCs, but not adding them to the list. Not yet. Alright, after a long journey and unlocking, like 7,000 music tracks, we are finally here. Hello there. Oh, please tell me I can go in. I'll help you lift these boxes if it means you'll let me in. Of course I can lift boxes. You see this cape, buddy? That means I slayed Elvarg, okay? Let's head to the pub and look for Blurberry. Let's also keep our eyes out for rotten tomatoes. Okay, it says the pub should be right here. I don't see the pub. Oh, maybe it's upstairs. Okay, we'll go upstairs. It wasn't showing up on the minimap downstairs, so that makes sense. Blurberry, there you are. I don't think I need training. Do we need training? Oh look, there's a cocktail glass on the ground. I guess we will probably need this, because the cook said after we mix it all up in the cocktail shaker that we pour it in a glass. I'm assuming he means cocktail glass. Blurberry said to talk to the barman. Okay, he sells fruit blasts, but the cook specifically said not to buy one. He said it needs to be fresh. I don't know. Okay, there's a food shop over here somewhere also. Okay, hold on. Why is the food shop guy here? But the icon is all the way over here. But he's here. That doesn't... Okay, so this guy has everything we need, basically. He has, what do we need? Pineapple, an orange, a lemon, and a cocktail shaker. Brandy, gin, vodka, whiskey. Astaghfirullah al-azim. Do I just use the pineapple on the cocktail shaker? Try mixing in the cocktail shaker rather than adding the ingredients. Mix cocktail. Fruit blast. Perfect. You just need to pour this into an empty cocktail glass and garnish with a sliced lemon. Let's get another lemon. And I guess we need a knife. Interesting. Slice. Pour. Okay, so we have the fruit blast. That's amazing. So all we need to finish off this fruit blast and make it a dirty blast is to add ashes to it. So that's easy. And I said that the way I would handle the NPC list is anytime we're required to go somewhere for a quest, I would explore that town and add all the NPCs to the list. So let's get everybody on the list that's in the Gnome Stronghold. Alright, well that took a while, but all done. There are a ton of yellow dots on the minimap, but most of them are just gnome children or gnome women or gnome guards, stuff like that. The most interesting NPC that I saw was Elder Gnome Child. I just thought that name was just hilarious. But I got down 42 NPCs, including 2 NPCs that are right here that I was able to see while standing on this side, so I just included them in the list anyway. Oh, and one of the food shops had this gnome cookbook, so I purchased it just to see what it was, and it tells us how to make all these different gnome recipes, which seemed pretty useless. I was about to drop it, but then I noticed over here in the gnome section of the cooking skill guide, it actually doesn't tell you how to make them. So we should probably keep it in case we ever need to make anything like that fruit blast. But let's go ahead and light these logs real quick so we can get the ashes to add to our fruit blast. Got the ashes, let's make this dirty blast now. That looks disgusting, but it's what the cook asked for, yeah. Okay, dirty blast done. Let's just make sure we don't accidentally drink this. I still have no idea where to find rotten tomatoes. I did not come across any over here. So I guess we'll do the Green Man's Ale next, which he said is at Castle Wars. Castle Wars. Another pretty far journey, but not too far. Oh, rotten tomatoes! No, rotten apples, damn it. Okay, unlocked some more music tracks, and we are here. I guess just trade with this guy? No, wait, I don't understand. He said to come to Castle Wars. He said Green Man's Ale is the sponsored drink of Castle Wars, and to check here. So, I expected to just be able to buy it. Did I really just come all the way over here for nothing? Oh, let's try talking to him. I don't think I need to play the minigame to get the drink. Maybe. I see here that we can brew our own, but we need 4 Harlander leaves. And I don't even know how to brew either. It just tells me I need 4 Harlander leaves, but it doesn't even tell me, like, the instructions. So, that's just a whole another thing. He said it's the sponsored drink of Castle Wars. You would think you could just buy it in a pub. So what I was thinking is that there would be a pub over here. Okay, it looks like there's a pub over here in the next town over, Yanil. So I'm just gonna go check there. I'm just gonna, I don't know what else to do, honestly. Perfect, wow, that actually worked. This pub has Dragon Bitter and Green Man's Ale. I'm gonna add both of those to our notes in case we ever need them. Well, we need the Green Man's Ale now, but I mean, in case we need it again. And it looks like it actually gives you a boost to your herb lore level, so I'm gonna add that to the notes too. Okay, so we got the Green Man's Ale. Now all we have left is this stupid rotten tomato. Oh, I do want to show you guys one thing that I just started actually while I was in the Gnome Stronghold. One second. Which is this right here. I just started it, so obviously it's a very short list, but I just decided it might be a good idea to take notes of different items that we found, like the swamp toads and king worms. They were on the ground in the swamp. Green Man's Ale, Dragon Bitter, we found them in this pub over here. Jangerberries, I just saw them on the way here. You know, things like that. Because I realized on my way to the Gnome Stronghold just how humongous this world actually is, so it's probably going to be impossible to find anything if I don't, like, try to keep track of it in some sensible way. Because I think my memory is pretty decent, but it's definitely not enough to remember everything. And since a quest brought us to Yanil, I'm gonna go through this whole town real quick and just add all these NPCs to the list. Oh, what? I just completed an easy task over here? What did I do? View Alex Hunter Emporium in Yanil. Oh, okay. I guess I'm just unintentionally knocking out some of these tasks. We'll take it. What is this over here? Is it just another box of rotten apples? Like the one that I saw south of the Gnome Stronghold that was teasing me? Looks like just like the rotten apples. Oh, it's not a rotten apple, it's a rotten tomato! Yes! We got the rotten tomato! Nice! I don't understand though, why is it here? There's no jail or prison or anything. I mean, I guess they hang people here. Oh, there's cages. You can't unlock the pillory, you'll let all the criminals out. Are you blind? Well, I guess we are blind, but there's no criminals in the cages. So that should be all the ingredients that we need. I'm just gonna go through the rest of the town real quick, and then we'll be on our way to Lumbridge. I was just curious what this little island was with this lone little house. And there's this guy over here called Hazelmere, and all he says is blah 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 blah. That's all he says. It's just... Anyway, let's head to Lumbridge. I am so glad we found that rotten tomato. I don't know if that crate right there is the only place to get them, or if they're just scattered all around the world and I just didn't see any. I don't know, maybe I'm blind, but I'm so glad we found it. Alright, let's give all the ingredients to this useless cook who can never find anything himself. Oh, okay. Quest complete. You have assisted the Lumbridge cook again. So we got 1 quest point and an invitation to the most amazing feast you will ever see. You absolutely must go through into the dining room just there and see the feast I've prepared. But there's the Duke again. You should really fire that cook, bro, I'm telling you. Oh look, there's what are their names? Wormbrain? No, I mean Betnose and Wartface. Always fighting. The Lumbridge guide. Oh, his name is Phileas? Sit down, you monkey. He actually kicked him. Wait, did the Duke literally just get a random event? Okay, he got a random event too, Evil Bob. Who's this guy? Now I'll kill you. Oh shit, I was not ready for a fight. Sorry I'm late, Eris. Oh, that's the Demon Slayer lady. The fortune teller. Balher, you must help me defeat this evil. Okay, so I guess I did not need to fight. That's good. What has the cook gotten us into this time? Jeez. Just what in the flipping hippo is going on? Alright, so apparently the cook is definitely an idiot. So remember how the cook was telling us his ancestor was like this amazing chef? So apparently what his ancestor did is he was the assistant to this evil culinary guy. And he made a food spell that trapped the culinary so that he couldn't do anything. So now by recreating that meal, he was actually breaking the spell, and so now the culinary is free again. So yeah, that cook needs to get fired ASAP. And now Eris, she came just in time and she froze time to give us time to deal with the situation. So in order to save all these people, we need to create a unique dish specific to that person so that we can protect them. And then we need to defeat the culinary. And she said we can just inspect a person and she'll tell us what to do. I think I want to inspect the monkey. I like the monkey, he's cute. Must have completed the Monkey Madness quest to help this monkey. Oh, you must have finished the Lost City quest to start this adventure. Oh, okay, this looks like it has a lot of requirements. Evil Dave must have completed Shadow of the Storm. Must have completed the Big Chompy bird hunting quest. Okay, so there's a lot of prerequisites here. Okay, so now it makes sense why the difficulty of this quest is considered special, because if you look here you can see there's like 8 sub-quests within this quest, and when we click on each one, this one requires this quest, this one recommends 70 combat and requires these 2 quests, this one requires a whole bunch of quests. So never mind, scratch that. We are not gonna start off with this quest because, I mean, I don't think this is a reasonable goal for Chapter 2. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like a reasonable goal for Chapter 2. And we'll get back to Recipe for Disaster later. One second, I'm getting interrupted. Wait a second, this is where we just were when we bought those rotten tomatoes in Yanil. This would have been pretty useful to get this random event before the quest, because then I would have known where to go. Because I see the rotten tomatoes, this loser is throwing tomatoes at me. But that's cool. Going back to the quest difficulty thing I was talking about. So for these novice quests, there are 44 of them, including 3 of these little mini quests right here, and there's also a whole bunch of novice quests that we've already completed. But in total, there's 44, including the 3 mini quests. So one of our goals for Chapter 2 is going to be to complete all of these novice quests and mini quests. Maybe our goal for Chapter 3 will be Recipe for Disaster. I'm also going to lay out some other goals that we'll set for Chapter 2. I might be undershooting this a little bit, but I don't want to set goals that are too high and then they end up being unachievable because I have no idea. So in terms of achievement diaries, I would like to complete all of the easy tasks in half of these areas. There are 12 areas here, so we'll need to complete all of the easy tasks in 6 out of the 12 areas. I think that's doable, but again, I don't know. We might end up doing it for all 12, but I'm just going to say the goal is half of the areas for now. We're also going to set a skills goal for Chapter 2, which will be to learn about all of these member skills, and then to get all of our skills, including the members ones, to level, let's say 20. Oh, we should do a combat achievement goal too, actually. Obviously, I have no idea how doable these things are, but I mean, the difficulty says easy. Out of the 6 difficulties, it's easy. So I'm gonna compare this one to novice in terms of quests, but in case it doesn't exactly line up with quest difficulties, let's set a goal for completing half of the easy combat achievements. So now we've set a quest goal, a skills goal, a achievement diaries goal, and a combat achievement goal. I think that's good. Before we get on with our next quest, we do have this clue geode here that we got in the middle of Dragon Slayer. So let's knock out this clue scroll real quick. Okay, we know where this one is. Actually, speaking of clue scrolls, that reminds me, we should set a clue scroll goal for Chapter 2 as well, because I just love clue scrolls. So in Chapter 1, we completed 20 beginner clue scrolls. So for Chapter 2, we'll set a goal of completing 20 clue scrolls of the next level of difficulty. I don't know what comes after beginner, but whatever is above beginner, we're gonna do 20 of that difficulty. Hopefully that's actually something doable, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, next clue. Charlie the Tramp, okay. Charlie wanted to cook trout, and we got him one. And we completed an easy task in the Varrock area, and that was catch some trout in the river Lum at Barbarian Village. Perfect. Next clue, a hot and cold. Okay, it's very hot right here, so I think it's in that cow pen again. Okay, it actually does not look like it's in the cow pen, but it looks like it's in this direction. This is a new spot, actually. I don't know if this is specific to members, because we never got this one before, but... And there's a casket. Yeah, let's go ahead and open it, why not? Let's see what's in here. Collection log item, please, bismillah. A bunch of runes. Sure, we'll take runes, why not? That is 21 beginner clues completed. So now let's get on with our next quest, or I guess mini quest in this case. I can start this mini quest by talking to a barbarian guard outside the barbarian outpost. No requirements, no recommendations, perfect. We were just here earlier at the gnome stronghold. Okay, that is quite a journey. You know what, actually maybe we should do something first. I was reading about some of these member skills on here on these little overviews, but for agility it says here it increases the rate at which your run energy replenishes, and then also decreases the rate at which it drains while you run. Also gain access to useful shortcuts, yada yada. So I think we should go ahead and knock out one of our skill goals, because we were doing a lot of running around as a free player, but now as a member the world is just so much bigger. And I mean, it took us forever just to get to this gnome stronghold, then it took us forever to get down here to Castle Wars and this area, you know, and now we have to run all the way here to this area. So I think something that helps with running will probably be pretty useful. And I also noticed that there's no tutors for any of the member skills. No agility tutor, no thieving tutor, no farming tutor, nothing. Well, fletching we actually already learned about as a non-member from the range tutor, but there are no tutors for any of these other ones, which is kind of strange because tutors have been pretty useful for us. But anyway, so we go to courses, Gnome Stronghold Agility course. So we're gonna have to run all the way to that side of the world anyway? Well, no, there's other level 1 things too. Draenor Village Rooftop course. Draenor Village? Wait, that's perfect. We're in Draenor Village right now. Oh, here, Draenor Village Rooftop course. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and train some agility. According to this, all we need to do is just use the agility course, get through the obstacles, and then we get experience upon completing the course. Sounds simple enough. Simple enough, and there's our first agility level. And we completed an easy task in the Lumbridge and Draenor area. Complete a lap of the Draenor Village Agility course. Perfect. Yeah, so that's one lap done. Let's just keep going. Let me know if you guys think that I should turn off these green little click boxes. They're not really guiding me. It just seems like more of a convenience thing. Collection log? Wait, what? Level 3 agility and collection log. Where is it? What do you mean collection log? What? Where? It's not in my inventory. Did I miss something? I don't understand. Was that a bug or something? Hello? Mark of Grace. Let's search for Mark. You've received 1 mark. I don't even have anything in my inventory actually at all. I'm so confused. Let's just keep doing laps. Oh, there it is. Okay, so they just spawn on the ground, I guess. 10,800 coins. Wow. That collection log pop-up was kind of confusing though. I would think maybe the collection log pop-up should come up when you pick it up, maybe? I don't know. And there is 20 agility. We also unlocked a new course, which is the El Kharid course. That was not too bad. 37 laps, and we got 8 of these marks of grace. Didn't get any of these outfit spawns, just a bunch of marks of grace, but maybe next time. So now we've completed our skills goal for 11 of the skills, because the ones that we already did in free-to-play. So now let's get on with this mini quest and head all the way across the map. Hopefully this level 20 agility should help us get there a little bit faster.